Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. I will cover this in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, this behaves unlike most other programming languages. The value of this is evaluated during the runtime, depending on the context. This is very important information. The value of this is evaluating during the execution time. I have identified several contexts of defining this. First, we have the function invocation and then the method invocation. So a function is in an object is called a method. Then a constructor invocation with the keyword new. Fourth, an indirect invocation with built-in functions such as call or apply. Then an arrow functions and then the special case of use strict. The value of this is the object before dot, the one used to call the function. Normal or classical functions create their own this, their own execution context. So the two most important questions to keep in mind are what call the function and in which context. So here you have the first example with the function print name. And when you call the function, the object before dot is by default window. If you have no object, this is by default window. Thus, you want to console log window.name, which will be Chris, since the variable name is on the global level. Here you have the same example, but the variable name is inside the function. So you still want to console log window.name, but this will be evaluated as undefined, since the window object does not possess the variable name anymore. In an event, this refers to the element that received the event. So imagine here you have an HTML document with a button and a paragraph for displaying the value of this. Then you select the button, you add an event listener, and when the user clicks on the button, you will write in the paragraph the value of this, which will be the HTML button element, since this is the button who received the add event listener. In the second context, you have the method invocation. So if you remember the question, this is the object before dot. So here we have our first example, user, with a name and an age property, and a method say hi. So what is the object before dot? This is the user. So you will console log user.name, which will be John. In the second example, you have the car object with a brand property and a getBrand method. And here you have a variable which is a reference to the getBrand method. And you want to console log the value of brand. But since the object before dot will be evaluated as a window, so you will get undefined. So a solution to avoid this will be to bind the method with the specific value you want to set. So this is here the signature of the function bind. So you call the function, here this is a method, you bind, and then the value of this, you set it to car. So it will return car.brand, which will be Honda. Here in the third example, you have the same example. And what is the object before dot? This will be car. So you want to return car.brand, which will again be Honda. In the third context with the constructor invocation, this will be equal to the newly created object. So here you have a function car, which is your constructor, then a function getBrand, which is bound to the constructor car, then here a variable car, which is an instance of the car object, and you pass Honda as an argument. When you will call the function getBrand, the first function to be executed will be the constructor car. So here in the comments, this is what JavaScript does behind the scene. JavaScript will create an empty object and then will return it if nothing is returned. So you will here do this.brand equals Honda and then call the function getBrand and return this.brand which you set to Honda. Then in the fourth context with an indirect invocation, you can set this to a specific value using built-in functions such as call or apply. Here you have the first example with the call function. You have a function getBrand and then two objects, Honda and Audi. Here is the signature of the function call. So you set the first argument as the value of this, and then these are optional parameter. So you call the function you want, then you use the function call. This will be equal to Honda. So the function will be called with the prefix it's a Honda.brand, which will be Honda. And the same applies for Audi. It's an Audi.brand, which will be Audi. In the other example with apply, you have exactly the same example, but the only difference between the two functions is that apply accepts an array or an array-like argument. In the fifth context with arrow function, arrow functions have no this. It means they do not create their own execution context in opposition to normal or classical functions. This will reference the context that define the function. We also say that this is set lexically. So here in the first example with a group object with a title and a student property and a method showList, the object group will be called. So the value of this will be group.student.forEach. But with the arrow function, the context will be set lexically, so the context that define the function. And whereas the method showList, the method showList is in the group object. So this will be a reference to the group object. So you will console log group.title with the student. So it will console log our group John, our group Pete, and our group Alice. In the second example, this is exactly the same example, but you use a classical function. So you will still call the object with group as the value of this. So there is no problem here, group.student.forEach. But since you create a new function, it will create its own execution context. And this will be equal to window. And since the window object does not possess the variable title, you will get undefined John, undefined Pete, and undefined Alice. So the best way to solve this here is to use an arrow function. And finally, the use-strict case. The use-strict in JavaScript is to have a more strict version of the language. So in a classical function, as we have learned, this will be equal to window, since the object who called the show function is the object window. And if you use useStrict, this will be equal to undefined. If you have several contexts of defining this in your code, there are rules of precedence set by JavaScript. So if you have an event in an arrow function, the arrow function will take the precedence. It means that this will be defined in the lexical context. And in case of a conflict between several contexts, bind will take the priority, then apply or call, then the object method, and then finally the global scope. So this is it for the video of today. Thank you for watching. Bye.